Hello, everybody. This is Brother Jermaine, and I am a gentleman. Yes, this is our first day of not having the opportunity to meet together, but I still wanted to make sure that we remain connected as a unit, as a family, and as brothers for the very first session that we are going to miss not seeing each other in person. Today is session number 6 of Polka Dot Socks, and as you know, today we are discussing how to interact with the law. I wanted to make sure that I emailed you just to let you know that it's critically important that even though we're not meeting in person, that you still follow along with the curriculum to make sure that you are still on the road to becoming a gentleman. Today's session is critically important. When we talk about how to interact with the law, we want to make sure that you as young people know what your rights are, what it means to interact with law enforcement, to have a conversation with law enforcement, and really to understand that law enforcement and police officers are there to serve and to protect you. They are your friends, they are not your enemies. So in the email below, you should receive a link where you have the handout for today's session. This handout is really going to take you through a couple of things. It's going to give you tips to stay safe in your neighborhood. What does it mean to stay safe in your neighborhood? We have about 15 tips that you can look at that really are adapted from the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Professionals and Executives. Things such as, remember that every police officer is not out to get you. Keep your hands visible at all times. Don't resist arrest. And if you get pulled over, keep your hands on the steering wheel until the officer steps up to the vehicle to address you. Why are these things important? These things are important so that you, as a young man, a young black boy, a citizen of Chicago, that you know what your rights are. Oftentimes we want to, miscalculate and misjudge all police officers. Well, Brother Jermaine, I'm here to tell you that all police officers are not out to get you. So just in case you have had one bad experience with a police officer, don't let that taint your entire perspective of who police are. And that's why this session is critically important. As you know, our sessions and our weekly meetings meet at the Chicago Police Headquarters. And the reason that we designed that 3 years ago is to make sure that we had a safe environment for you as young people and young men and young gentlemen to really have a conversation with police officers. We don't want you to ever feel threatened by the police. We don't ever want you to feel intimidated by the police. But we want you to understand that you can sit down and have a conversation with a police officer because, in fact, he is there to serve and protect you. So that's what the handout is all about. Also on the handout, it talks about something called Miranda rights. Now, most of you may have never heard of the term Miranda rights, but if I can just take a moment and break it down for you. A Miranda right is the right that you have when you are pulled over by the police. And I know that many of us may have been pulled over by the police with our parents or, with our friends. And they always start out by saying, you have the right to remain silent. Well, did you know that adults have different Miranda rights than young people? Well, in today's handout, you're going to see what your rights are, your Miranda rights are as a young person. And then, of course, the handout talks about our quote for the day. And the quote for the day says, sometimes you can learn more from listening than you can speaking. If you are ever pulled over by the police officer, if you are ever have to stand in front of the judge, I want you to listen more than you speak. It's amazing how much we can learn when we listen before we speak. Well, if I was there in person, of course, it would be a great day. It would be a great session. I can't wait to see you guys next time. We always begin our sessions with our pledge. Well, today I'm going to end the session with you with our pledge. So let's take a moment and let's say the I Am a Gentleman pledge together. Repeat after me. As a brother of I Am a Gentleman, I pledge to always maintain a high level of respect and integrity. I do not lie, cheat, steal, vandalize, or commit forgery. I understand that a gentleman is one who honors their elders. I understand that a gentleman is one who serves their community. I understand that a gentleman is one who respects women. I understand that a gentleman regards authority. And I understand that a gentleman is one who reaches back to mentor the next generation. As a gentleman, I will always strive to make myself and those around me better. What is a gentleman? I am a gentleman. You know how we do it. Clap real loud, real fast for Brother Jermaine and give yourselves a round of applause. I'm sorry that I can't be with you guys today. I do want to give you a couple of announcements. Today is session number 6, how to interact with the law. Many of your adult life coaches and mentors want to be there, but we just could not be there with you today. So keep Brother Maurice, one of our life coaches and mentors, in your thoughts and prayers. He and his wife are going through some health challenges right now. Remember Brother Alex. Brother Alex was one of our life coaches and mentors from Phoenix, Arizona. He was with us in school here in Chicago, but because of the coronavirus and the pandemic, Brother Alex had to go back to Phoenix, Arizona to be with his family. We're so proud of all of you guys. Today is session number 6. I can't wait to see you on next Saturday for session number 7. It's going to be a great time. Thank you all for continuing to be on the road to being a gentleman. Remember, continue walking, not in fear, but walking in faith, and continue to be the great young men that I know that you guys are. I'll see you soon. Have a great day.